What's up, YouTube? I hope each and every one of you guys are healthy and enjoying your lives to the fullest today. Today we are reviewing the 2023 Nissan Sentra SV. Huge thank you to Brice Harris over at Priority Nissan of Chantilly, Virginia for allowing me to do this review for you guys today. If you guys are interested in this particular Sentra or any Nissan product, I'll be sure to have Brice's information on screen as well as in the description box down below. But with that said, let's get into the video. First, let's talk about the exterior and performance. So like I said, this is a 2023 Nissan Sentra SV, and this particular one has been painted in the very vibrant electric blue metallic paint, which by the way accents these wheels very, very nicely. But let's start over here at our headlights. So with the Sentra SV, you guys do get halogen headlights with automatic high beams. You also get a chrome signature, as Nissan calls it. So basically, if you guys got the SR, you see this piece right here in chrome, that would be your daytime running lights. So basically, this does not have daytime running lights, whereas on the SR, which is the trim level above this, you would get LED daytime running lights right there, or where that chrome signature piece is. Taking a step back, take a look at how aggressive this front end looks. This thing has got an aggressive angular front bumper, just to give this thing a really sporty look, and you can also see those aggressive body lines that flow through from the front bumper into the hood. Again, this thing looks ultra sporty with those different angles on the front bumper. Again, I think this thing looks really, really sweet, especially at its price point. But let's take a look at the front grille. So you do get a black grille with a U-shaped chrome grille surround. You also get two black trim pieces on either side of that chrome surround. So this right here is all in black, and then from the headlights down to about right here is all in black. Again, the chrome and the black complement each other very, very nicely, especially on this particular spec with the blue paint. At the center of your front grille, you will find your Nissan logo, and then you also get satin black lower outer grills on either side of your front bumper, again, just to give this thing a sporty appearance. And then also you do get an independent front suspension when you guys do get the Sentra SV. I believe actually all the Sentras do get an independent strut front suspension, but this particular Sentra SV has been optioned with the $1,860 SV premium package, which gives you guys the 17-inch machine face with black pocket wheels wrapped in two 1550 Michelin Primacy all-season tires. Give you guys a view of the tire from the outside. By the way, Michelin's always have a nice sidewall, and then also on the inside with that tread pattern. I'll try to do the best that I can, but I would assume with these Michelins, this thing rides great in snow, dry, and pretty much can tackle all the terrain you guys are going to throw your Sentra at. Now, this particular one has also been optioned with the $225 body color mud flaps. So you get these at all four corners. Now, one thing I wanted to say about these mud flaps is that normally on a vehicle, you know, of this price point, these would be in like a satin black plastic, but I think that Nissan with the body color, it just looks a lot more premium. Again, that's just my personal opinion, but I think it looks a lot more premium. We're now working our way up to our side view mirrors. These side view mirrors do get body color mirror caps. They are power adjustable and they are manual folding. The only other real notable feature with these side view mirrors is that you do get blind spot monitoring. However, the blind spot monitoring is not on the mirror itself. However, it is on the inside. Like, so basically you can see the mirror connects to about right here. That's where you find your blind spot monitoring. So basically that will light up in like an amber type of color. And then the other one is about right there. Just something I thought I would point out to you guys. Let's do a little side profile of the Sentra SV. So you do get black window trim at the top of the windows. So you can see that's black. And then you get chrome window trim at the bottom of the side view windows. You get body color door handles with keyless access on your front two doors only. And then you get some black trim on your C-pillar back here. So you guys can see on the C-pillar, it comes down, it's body color, then it's separated by this black trim piece, which honestly leads nicely into the black on your rear window. By the way, you do get a rear window defogger. That is what your antenna looks like back here. Let's do like a rear 3/4 angle on here. So you do get a multi-link rear suspension, and that is what the rear 3/4 angle looks like on the Sentra. She's got a thick butt, and then right here, that is where you'll find your other splash guard. Taking a look at the back of the Sentra, you guys can see you guys do get chrome badging, and then just below your Nissan emblem is where you will find your backup camera. I am going to open up the trunk. So again, below the Nissan emblem, there's also a pad. If you press on that pad and pull up, the trunk will open. There are a couple notable features back here. One in particular that I thought was really cool. So this does have the $120 trunk package, which gives you guys this hideaway net. Basically, you can take that net and hide it in this bag right here. That is what the hideaway net is. But this is the really cool feature that I've never seen really on any other vehicle. So let's say you go to Walmart, you go to the grocery store, you have a bunch of bags and you don't want to set the bags in because you're going to drive really aggressively home, and all the stuff that you put in the bags is going to go throughout the interior. Nissan has come up with something that holds your bag. So pull down on this and you have a grocery bag holder. Pull down on this, you got another one. I think that is really cool. Again, I've never seen that in any other vehicle, but that is just a really, really cool option. Again, that's what it looks like, and you get 2 of them. I guess technically 4. You get 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then quite good amount of storage space back here in the trunk. I believe under here you have a spare tire. So you do not get a full-size spare tire, but you get a temporary spare tire. You get your jack and all the things that you need, to change the tire if you do end up getting a flat. There is your third brake light. A couple other options that this one has. This has the $260 carpet floor mats with the trunk mat. That's the trunk mat. Those are the carpet floor mats, and you can see they say Sentra on them. And then this one also has the $75 rear bumper protector, and I'm not sure how well the GoPro is going to pick it up, but you see that little line right there. This is basically paint protection film from about like right here all the way to right here, and then at the center it says Sentra. So pretty cool. Then I'm going to close the trunk. And then a couple more things. You get 2 reflectors in the rear bumper, you get 4 backup sensors, and then you get a body color rear valance. Again, I think this thing looks really sporty from the front to the back. Look at those fins on your rear valance just to give it a aggressive look. Let me know what you guys think of the 2023. Obviously, that's where your filler neck is. Let me know what you guys think of the 2023 Nissan Sentra SV in the comment section down below. In my opinion, if you guys are looking to get the best value sedan, or not sedan, but I guess pertaining to Nissan, the best value Sentra, this would be the best value Sentra. And when we move into the interior, this is another couple options that make it even nicer than you really need. But again, let me know what you guys think of it in the comments down below. But let's move into performance. Popping open that hood reveals that 2-liter 4-cylinder that makes 149 horsepower and 145 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to a Xtronic continuously variable transmission for a 0 to 60 time in 9.2 seconds. If you guys were wondering about fuel economy, you can achieve 29 miles per gallon in the city, 39 miles per gallon on the highway, for 33 miles per gallon combined, with front-wheel drive being your only option. I know that 0 to 60 time is very anemic, I guess you could say, but if you guys don't care about sporty drive or a fast car, but you guys want something that gets phenomenal fuel economy, is very comfortable to drive, I would say that you guys might want to take a look at this. But if you guys are enjoying the video so far today, please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. I'm really trying to hit 10,000 subscribers, and I cannot do that without your guys' help. So please, if you guys are enjoying the video so far today, give the video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. But let's move into the interior. All right, guys, before we move into the interior, I wanted to show you guys a couple of the functions on the key fob. So obviously you can pop open the trunk, unlock the vehicle, and lock the vehicle. But this particular one has the $590 all-weather package, which gives you guys remote start. So let's hear the remote start system. Press the lock button, and then press and hold on this button right here, and the vehicle will fire up. Give it a second. And that is what it sounds like when it fires up. But like I mentioned to you guys earlier on in the video, when you guys get the SV, keyless access does come standard, but you only get keyless access on the 2 front doors. So you get the driver door and the front passenger door that have this button right here, again, to unlock and or lock the vehicle. So pressing on that button, the vehicle unlocks to reveal this really nice looking interior. So this particular one does have the $1,860 SV premium package, which gives you guys this tan quilted leather. Now I'm going to step into the interior because it's going to start playing music, and I don't want to mess with that. I don't want to get a copyright strike, so I got that music muted now. So from about right here, this actually feels like real leather. So from about like here to up here is all leather wrapped. You get the tan leather, as you guys can see, aluminum door panel handle. You get an automatic up and down front driver window, but you do not get automatic up or down windows at any other 4 corners. Pressing on that will restrict your passenger window privileges. You got your unlock and your lock functions, and your power side view mirror controls here. You get a decent amount of miscellaneous storage space at the bottom of the door panel. And Now, right here, this is an option. So this is the $80 door sill. So if you guys don't want to get the door sill, you don't have to get it, but it does definitely give it, you know, a more premium look. You do get a 6-way power front driver's seat with 2-way lumbar, which is very nice. But take a look at these seats themselves. They feel like you're sitting in a recliner. These are super, super comfortable seats. And honestly, when I first sat in this thing, I was pleasantly surprised by how comfortable that they were. So you guys can see the quilted leather going down at the center of the seat. You get the perforated leather on the bolstering, and then you get some black leather accenting. It looks very, very nice. You do get heated front seats and a heated steering wheel with the all-weather package, but you also get a leather wrapped steering wheel with that all-weather package as well. But I'm gonna move over to there where it is shady. All right, now we are in the shade, and as much as I don't wanna turn the HVAC system or the AC system off, I have to because it does affect the audio. So I got windows down, we got planes flying over, they make noise, I can't really win. But we're gonna start over here, then we're gonna move to this side and into those rear seats. So let's start over here. Pressing on that button will pop open the trunk. Pulling back or pulling down on this will pop open your fuel door. And then this button puts you into eco mode. That's to dim the gauge cluster. That's to brighten the gauge cluster. That is your trip reset button, which we'll get into when we get into this 7-inch screen here. But let's take a look at our turn signal stock. This is what the turn signal stock looks like. This is also your headlight control stock. So that's headlights off. That is parking lights on. That is headlights always on. And then that is headlights in automatic. I'm probably gonna leave it in automatic, but let's take a listen to the turn signal. That is what the turn signal sounds like. And then let's take a look. We do get a telescoping steering wheel, a tilting and telescoping steering wheel. Very, very nice to see on a $25,000 vehicle. I was just in the $48,000 Nissan Frontier Pro 4X, and it had a tilting steering wheel, but it did not have a telescoping steering wheel. So like I mentioned, this does have the $590 all-weather package, which gives you guys a leather wrapped and heated steering wheel, as well as heated front seats and a couple other things. But pertaining to the steering wheel, you get the leather wrapping and the heated steering wheel. Let's take a listen to the horn. That is what the horn sounds like on the 2023 Sentra. This is your windshield wiper control stock. That's a look at that. And then you guys can see Nissan logo at the center of the wheel. These buttons, these arrows, as well as that OK button, are to control your 7-inch driver display. That's to volume up, that's to volume down, that's to go back on a track, that's to go forward on a track, and then that is to go back on your screen in there, which again, I'll show you guys here in a minute. I'm also gonna bring the steering wheel down just a touch. And then with the SV as standard, you guys do get intelligent cruise control. And these are your intelligent cruise control stuff here and over here. That is to speak to the vehicle, and then that brings you into your phone screen on the infotainment system. Taking a look at the gauge cluster. On the left-hand side, RPM gauge. On the right-hand side, speedometer. That is your fuel gauge. That's your coolant temperature gauge. And if you guys can see, I'm not sure if the GoPro is going to pick it up too well, but you can see right there on your fuel pump, you guys can see it's pointing to the right-hand side of the vehicle. That means you fill the vehicle up with gas on the right-hand side. So if that arrow right there was pointing to the left-hand side, that means you would fill the vehicle up on the left-hand side. And that goes for every single new vehicle nowadays. They all have that little arrow, so pay attention to that if you guys are intertwining between a couple different cars. Now, at the center of the gauge cluster on top, or the digital gauge cluster, again, this is a 7-inch screen. That's the time, that's the ambient exterior temperature, that's the digital speedometer readout right now. This is the audio information. And then right down there, that's the odometer. That lets us know that we're in park. And then that is your fuel range. So again, to go throughout that screen there, you have these buttons or slash arrows over here. So we can go throughout that. So this is the second screen, speed screen with the average speed, and then go all the way down. That's your calm screen. Personally, this is the screen that I would leave it on. And then clicking over to the left, you can go in between your different settings. Your VDC settings, which I think is like your traction control stuff, which it is, yep. And then you can go in between your other driver assistance settings. You can see blind spot, emergency brake, parking aids, yada, yada, yada. Those are your different settings for that. Then you can go to your eco mode. These are all your different settings. So you can go to your vehicle settings. Let's see what vehicle settings has. So you can see that stuff right there. And then you can go in between your different safety settings, your forward collision alert, blind spot monitoring, lane change alert. That's your Bluetooth audio. This is some information, tire pressure stuff, trip A, and your speed limit sign. Go over one more. This is fuel economy. And then this is your home screen. Again, if this was my vehicle, this is the screen that I would personally leave my Sentra on. Now, working our way just to the right. With the SV as standard, you guys get this 8-inch infotainment system with wired Apple CarPlay and wired Android Auto connectivity. A couple other things that you guys get as standard with the SV include that 7-inch driver display, as well as keyless access and push button start. And then you also get the intelligent cruise control system. But again, this is the 8-inch infotainment screen. That's the volume knob. That's the tuning knob. If you guys press and hold on that, that will mute the radio. And then press and hold on this, that will bring you into your different sound settings. So you got your bass stuff, click it again, middle, get your treble, balance, and fader. And that's really about it for that. This, you get your different shortcut buttons on the bottom of the screen. Get your phone, audio, connections, info, settings. We'll go back, and then this is the audio screen. So right now, you get your AM, FM, XM, Bluetooth audio, and USB 1. You also have USB 2 down there as well. And then go into our phone shortcut. This is what the phone shortcut screen looks like. This is the audio screen again. You can go into your home button by clicking on that right there, and this is what your home screen looks like. So it displays your time as well as the audio stuff at the center. You can swipe to the left, which brings you into your clock, and you can customize the home menu. And then these are your different shortcuts: AM, FM, Bluetooth audio, etc. Click over, that's the home screen again. You can go between your different settings, connections, phone, sound, volume, and beeps. And then you get this side as well. You only have a backup camera on this, and you can you know, adjust that to your liking as well. Moving down a little bit, you got these different buttons here. This will put you into day or night mode on your infotainment screen. So right now that's day mode, that's auto mode, that's to go back on a track, that's to go forward on a track. This will bring you into your audio stuff. This will bring you into your home screen. That's your home, phone button, camera button, and then that is your back button. You can see you have 5 different HVAC vents on the dash: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then below that, get your hazard button. That lets you know if your passenger airbag is on or off. Again, this has the all-weather package for $590. And what that gives you guys is dual zone automatic climate control, heated front seats, a leather wrapped and heated steering wheel, and remote start. So you do get heated front seats, both with 2 levels of adjustability. And then pressing on that will turn your heated steering wheel on or off. Heated steering wheel comes with 1 level of adjustability. Dual zone climate, that's your climate control stack. I'll turn it on so you guys can see what it looks like. That is what it looks like, and then I'm going to turn that back off because that's going to mess with the audio. Down here, you get a USB-C port, USB-A port, auxiliary jack, and a 12-volt power outlet. With that AC being on for 1 second, that felt really good, but we'll muddle our way through this. It is quite hot in here. Good amount of storage space down in there for a phone, napkins, Purell hand sanitizer thing if that's what you want. Again, push button start comes standard with the SV. Now, if you guys want to put this thing into sport mode, you guys probably are not going to be able to see how to do it just by looking at it. So you also get a leather wrapped steering wheel, or you also get a leather wrapped shift knob with the SV premium package for $1,860. But if you guys want to put this thing into sport mode, throw it into drive, and then click this button right here, and that puts you into sport mode. So now it's in DS. I'm going to click that button again. Now it's just in regular drive. So if that's what you wanted to do, push that button. That's sport mode on, sport mode off. That's low mode. And you guys know, I would hope, how to put this thing in between your different gears. Then you also have 2 cup holders here. Right here is a great spot. You can set your key fob if that's what you wanted to do. You get a leather wrapped center fold down armrest that is very, very nicely padded. You get some stitching on it as well. And then opening it up, basically very basic center fold down armrest. There's a ton of storage space down in here. Like, I would say like 3/4 of my forearm fits down in there, but there are no USB ports, auxiliary jacks, or anything like that down in there. And moving our way over to here, you do not get a lockable glove box. And then that is what your glove box looks like. You know, a decent amount of storage space. You can see the owner's manual is in there. You can put napkins, straws, but definitely not like a ton of stuff will fit in your glove box. Right up here, this is actually vinyl, so this isn't leather, but it looks like leather, but it accents the black vinyl very, very nicely in my opinion. The passenger side door panel looks very similar to what you would find on the driver's side. You get a regular rear view mirror. If you push forward on that, you guys know that's how you get the high beams out of your eyes. Pushing on that, great spot. You can set some sunglasses, driver light, passenger light, both of those are halogen. Turning on that button right there will turn on all the interior dome lights. This will either have the lights turn on or not turn on if you guys open up the door. So if I open up the door right now, the lights will not turn on. Press that button again. Now when I open up the door, the interior lights will turn on. So that's just personal preference if you guys want that on or off. Also, with the $1,860 SV premium package, you guys do get a sunroof. So this sunroof does tilt, it does slide, and then the shade is manually opening and closing. Opening this up, you get a money clip here, so you can set money, registration, or any small paper product. You get a vanity mirror, but you do not get vanity lights. Does this thing slide? It slides forward, it slides backwards, so that's very, very nice if the sun is bothering you. Driver gets an O-Poop handle. Front passenger also gets an O-Poop handle. But there are a couple things that I wanted to go over here with the SV with you guys for a second, and that I'm just going to go over a couple of different options. So this does have the $80 door sill plates. It's got the $1,860 SV premium package, and the contents of which is included in that package include 17-inch wheels, the sunroof, the quilted leather, the power driver seat, the leather wrapped shift knob, and the rear armrest back there with 2 cup holders. Now, if you guys do want to option the SV premium package, there's another option that you have to option with that package, and that is the $590 all-weather package, which gives you guys the dual zone automatic climate control, the heated front seats, the leather wrapped and heated steering wheel, as well as remote start. Now I'm going to pull up the window sticker. All right, now with the window sticker on screen, you guys can take a look at the different optional features that this has, the different standard stuff. Take a look at the safety and security stuff. Take a look at all the safety stuff that you guys get as standard with the SV. But basically what I'm just gonna highlight is the total MSRP. So you guys can take a look at the window sticker as you guys desire, but I'm just gonna highlight the MSRP. So the MSRP of the way that this particular 2023 Nissan Sentra SV is spec'd is $25,475. Again, for an interior that's super, super comfortable, that looks really, really good, looks good from the outside, looks good from the inside, is also very comfortable. It's got a ton of safety features. I think that this is a very, very good deal, especially considering what you get, because it doesn't feel cheap here on the interior. I mean, I know that this is a affordable vehicle and you would expect it to feel cheap, but in all honesty, it really does not feel cheap. Like, I am very happy with the fit and finish of this thing, especially for $25,000. So if you guys are looking to get an affordable sedan, you guys are looking at a Sentra, and you guys are like, which trim level should I get? I would say get the SV, but get the SV premium package, which also includes the $590 all-weather package. And this is all you need. You know, this is a very, very nice vehicle for what you get. But I do want to show you guys what's going on in those rear seats before we get into the driving portion of the review. So I'm gonna make sure the rear doors are unlocked. Let's take a look at what it looks like back here. So you guys can see rear door panel looks very similar to what you would find in the front with that leather wrapping and all that kind of stuff, but you get a lot less miscellaneous storage space back here. This is what the rear seats look like. Again, that center fold down armrest comes with the SV premium package. Let's see if these seats are comfortable. I have not sat back here myself yet, but I can say that they actually are pretty comfortable, and you guys can see how much leg room I have sitting behind myself. I am 5'9". I've got plenty of leg room, plenty of knee room left over, and you know, quite a bit of headroom left over. I'd say I probably have about, you know, 3 or 4 inches of headroom left over. You get an O-Poop handle. Passenger gets an O-Poop handle. This is what your center fold down armrest looks like. Again, you get 2 cup holders. This is also nicely padded, just like that fold down armrest. Seat back pocket behind the passenger seat, but you don't get one behind the driver's seat. And then you get a singular USB-A port back here. And then I guess I didn't point this out, but you get your dome lights. But, you know, we talked about the exterior, we talked about the performance, and now we've talked about what's going on here in the interior of the Sentra SV. So I want to see what this thing's like to drive, as I'm assuming you guys do as well. So I will see you guys in the driver's seat. All right, guys, and now on to the driving portion of the review. And if you guys saw the performance part of this video where I talk about the horsepower and the torque and all that kind of stuff, you guys might have heard that that 0 to 60 time, you know, was pretty sluggish, to be honest with you guys. Now, in day-to-day traffic, if you guys are just, you know, cruising, you guys aren't really lead foot drivers or any of that kind of stuff, this thing's got more than enough get up and go. I know the 0 to 60 time sounded, you know, relatively bad, I guess you could say, but from really like feeling it from the driver's perspective, as long as you don't care about having like an insanely fast car or like Subaru WRX speed, then I think you'd be totally fine driving this thing. That was probably like one of the worst pullouts I've ever seen from that Lexus behind me. Anyway, that's that's Nova drivers for you right there. But again, this thing's got more than enough get up and go when you actually like sit in it and you feel it. Also, with that, you know, relatively slow 0 to 60 time, you do get phenomenal fuel economy. So you get 29 miles per gallon in the city and 39 miles per gallon on the highway. And I believe this thing has like a 12.9 gallon fuel tank. So really, you're not going to be spending all that much money to fill this thing up, and you're going to get a pretty darn good fuel range, depending either, you know, whether you're driving in the city or if you're driving on the highway, you're still, either one, you're gonna get good fuel economy. So I'm used to vehicles, reality, getting like, you know, high teens, low 20s fuel economy wise. Like my daily driver does about 18.5 to 20 miles per gallon. And then I also have a Camaro, and that thing does about, you know, 20.5. And that's with me driving how I normally drive, which is I like to get on it every now and then and that kind of stuff. So personally for me, whenever I see a vehicle get over 20 miles per gallon combined or whatever, I'm always like, okay, well, this thing gets really good fuel economy. So for this thing to do almost 40 miles per gallon on the highway, I think that's really, really good. I'm gonna floor it here. You guys can see, not the fastest thing in the world. You really got to wind it up to about, you know, 3,500 RPM before you really start making any power. But again, this thing is not built for speed. This thing is built for affordability. This thing is built for, you know, really getting good gas mileage. So affordability and good gas mileage, those things normally go hand in hand, because somebody buying this vehicle, you know, you don't care about speed. You don't care about having, you know, a status symbol as a car. You just want something that's going to get you from point A to point B comfortably, efficiently, and safely. So that is what this thing does. Also, for, you know, $25,000, you get a nice infotainment system. You know, you don't get the wireless Apple CarPlay, you don't get the wireless Android Auto, but you get the wired Apple CarPlay, you get the wired Android Auto, which to me is plenty good. So that's the dealer plate sliding around in the back. And honestly, this thing handles relatively well too for what it is. So this isn't like a sport tuned suspension or anything like that, and it handles those turns, you know, plenty fine. Actually, it did pretty dang well around those turns. So if you guys are looking for power, I would say look elsewhere. If you guys are looking for something that gets good fuel economy, that's comfortable to sit in, and you get a great blend of safety features and features for the price, then I would say this is a strong contender in that aspect. Like he was hauling bleep. You guys could hear him. He definitely was flooring that thing. But yeah, you know, this thing, it's great for the price. Sound system is actually pretty good as well. Like, for the price, the sound system is great. And honestly, even if this thing was like a $30,000 vehicle, I'd still be happy with the sound system because it sounds good. It's a 6-speaker sound system with 2 tweeters in addition to those 6 speakers. So I think, you know, again, I keep going back and I keep saying for the price, for the price, for the price, but I really mean for the price. It's hard to find something that's better than this. And my family used to always get, like my parents, they didn't really care what kind of car they drove. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not something that they really cared about. Whereas me, I love cars and I love driving, whatever. That's besides the point. What I was saying is that my parents used to always get Nissan Rogue. So we started with I think it was like a 2016 or maybe like a 2013 Nissan Altima Coupe, and then we got a 2016 Nissan Rogue SV all-wheel drive, and then we got a 2019 Nissan Rogue SV all-wheel drive. And you know, the 2016 Rogue was honestly pretty cheap feeling. You know, it felt like you were driving in a tin can, and the fit and finish, it just wasn't good. But then when we got the 2019 Rogue, that's really when things turned around, and it was actually a nice vehicle to ride in, drive in, and it didn't feel like a tin can. So same thing kind of applies here. I think this thing, you know, it's actually really quiet here on the interior. Again, for a $25,000 car, it's super comfortable seating wise. And I think the blend of technology and stuff that you get, again, for a $25,000 vehicle, I think is awesome. You know what I mean? Like, if you guys are, you know, buying your first car, or you're buying a car that is going to be nice looking, it's going to be nice driving, and you want something that's, you know, gets good fuel economy, I would say definitely go out and take a look at this. You know, you guys can compare this to like a Subaru Impreza sedan or something like that if you guys are comparing. those are both, you know, between this and the Subaru, they're both great vehicles. It's just a matter of what you are looking for really in a vehicle. Honestly, I think this thing looks better than at least the 2023 Impreza. I do like the look of the new 2024 Impreza. I think they gave it a lot more of a sporty design for 2024, whereas in 2023 it's more of a utilitarian design. It's not really sporty looking or anything like that. But again, it's all about the affordability, not so much about the sportiness to it. But again, I think this thing looks super, super sporty. I think it's got a great look on the exterior. I think it's got a great feel on the interior. It rides very nice. It goes over bumps very, very well. Fuel economy is great. Sound system is great for what it is. And definitely, if you guys are going to get the SV, what I would personally recommend, unless you guys are looking to spend like 22 grand on a car, spend the additional couple $1,000 to get the SV premium package, which also, you know, you have to get the all-weather package if you guys get the SV premium package. So I think it's worth the additional, you know, $2,300 for that. It just makes the interior feel a lot nicer. It gives you a couple, you know, amenities that you're not going to get otherwise with the standard SV. I'll do another little acceleration here in sport mode. So again, guys, it's got definitely more than enough get up and go. I mean, at the end of the day, you don't need something that's a pocket rocket, you know, blasting from stop sign to stop sign. And also, throttle response is definitely a lot sharper when you put this thing into sport mode. But that's it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy the video, please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. Like I said, I'm really trying to hit 10,000 subscribers, and I cannot do that without your guys' help. So if you guys did enjoy the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. But again, that's it for today's video. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.